back to level 3 of Amazing Earth. This is the last mission of level 3. This is also the last level of Amazing Earth, so when we're done with this, we'll be ready to start thinking about wrapping things up in Amazing Earth. So let's review our big question, which is how do Earth's resources change? We can answer that question in part by looking at our key point and understanding that Earth's surface is constantly changing. These changes occur either slowly through weathering, erosion, and deposition, or rapidly because of natural disasters like earthquakes and volcanoes. Humans can also change Earth's surface both positively or negatively. By studying Earth's changes and natural resources like minerals, rocks, and soil, humans can determine how to use natural resources to survive and where to build structures used for living. Mission 3 of Level 3 will be on non-renewable natural resources. Our mission objective is to describe how humans use non-renewable natural resources as a form of energy. Our challenge questions are being able to define non-renewable resources by answering the question, what are non-renewable resources? And then also, what are some examples of non-renewable natural resources? We're going to begin, as we've done through every mission, by watching a video very briefly on non-renewable natural resources.
Rocks and minerals.
Rocks are hard, non-living things. Rocks are found on the Earth's surface, under the soil, or on the bottoms of rivers, lakes, and oceans. Rocks are different colors and different shapes. They are different sizes, from big boulders to tiny grains of sand. Some are shiny, and some are dull. Some are smooth, and some are rough. Homes and schools, roads, walkways, fences, and sculptures can all be made using rocks. Minerals are found in rocks. They are a hard, non-living, non-renewable natural resource. Different kinds of minerals are metals like iron, copper, and gold, and gems like diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. Minerals give us the material we need to make metals like steel and aluminum. These metals can be used to make many things like cars, buses, bridges, and nails. Look at the change in your pocket. How many different minerals do you see? Copper and nickel. Gems are used to make jewelry. Mines are dug into the earth to find the rocks that contain minerals.
Oil, natural gas, and coal.
Long ago, people burned wood to heat their homes. When factories and cities grew, people needed a better way to get energy, so they started mining coal. Coal has been formed from the remains, or fossils, of plants that lived millions of years ago. Coal is a dark black or brown substance that is found in the earth. Coal is a non-renewable natural resource because it takes over 1 million years to make. Coal also has to be removed from the earth by mining. Today, we use mostly oil and natural gas for energy. Oil and natural gas are both non-renewable natural resources. Like coal, oil and natural gas are fossil fuels. They were formed from the fossils of animals and plants that were buried millions of years ago. Oil and natural gas are found in rocks under the Earth's surface. They are pumped out of the earth from a drilled well. We use oil and natural gas for fuel to heat our schools, homes, and businesses, energy to run factories and machines, and to make electricity. Oil is used to make gasoline. Oil is also used to make plastic, paints, soaps, and medicines.
Non-renewable natural resources are resources that exist in limited amounts, so that means there's not a lot of them, or they are used faster in nature than they can be replaced. So that's very important, that second part. Sometimes we just think non-renewable natural resources are things that can't be replaced. Well, in reality, in some cases they can be replaced. They just we use them up too quickly for them to be fully replaced. So that's important to know. So non-renewable natural resources exist either in small amounts or we use them faster than they can be replaced. People use non-renewable resources to make products and to provide energy. The two non-renewable natural resources we're going to be looking at are fossil fuels and ores. Let's first talk about fossil fuels and why they call them fossil fuels. Remains of living things from the past that are burned to make energy. That is what a fossil fuel is. They're the remains of living things from the past that are burned to make energy. So let's learn how this happens. After an organism dies, their remains and the unused energy that's within them just kind of lie around. They don't go anywhere. Over time, they become buried under layers of sediments. Think about the rock cycle. So an organism has died, and now they're on the top layer. They're on the topsoil. Over time, sediments are going to go on there, on top of it, and it's going to be buried down deeper into the subsoil and then into the bedrock and parent material. Pressure and heat change those remains into the fuels that we use today. So just like pressure and heat changes sedimentary rock into metamorphic rock, pressure and heat changes these rotting, decaying remains into the fossil fuels that we use today. Some examples of fossil fuels are petroleum, which is oil and natural gas, as well as coal. What are some effects of fossil fuels? Well, the mining or taking them out of the earth can damage the environment because oil spills cause pollution and other problems that may kill or harm ocean life. Sometimes when we take those fossil fuels out, that doesn't always go as planned, and we have things like oil spills that cause pollution. And then that water pollution would end up killing or harming ocean life. When fossil fuels burn, they release harmful substances into the atmosphere. So even if we get them out of Earth, okay, and there's no natural or no disaster that happens from that, just the use of them also damages the environment. So that has things like climate change. There's an example in your book that we'll read about. Acid rain also, which then in turn would form chemical weathering. Here is a book. It's in the library. Oil spill disaster in the Gulf. This was about 10 years ago. That shows a harmful effect of the use of fossil fuels. There was a huge oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and it killed lots of animals and really hurt the environment in which it happened. Ore. An ore is a rock that is rich in minerals. So any rock that has lots of minerals is an ore. They are removed from below Earth's surface for the minerals that they contain. Iron ore contains iron that is mixed with other materials to make steel. Steel is then used for building tall skyscrapers or to make paper clips. So iron ore is a very important mineral that we take out of the earth because we use it for steel, and we use steel for a lot of things. Our school building is built in part by steel. Let's summarize this mission. Non-renewable natural resources are resources that exist in limited amounts or are used faster than they can be replaced in nature. Sounds like a good answer to a challenge question. Humans use non-renewable resources to produce energy and to make materials like buildings. Fossil fuels are the remains of living things from the past that are burned to make energy. An ore is a rock that is rich in minerals that we use to build things. That is the end of this mission. Are you ready to answer the challenge questions? Are you ready to then take the checkpoint after it? If you have any questions, please let me know. But then I will see you in the level 3 review.